Alright, so I got this one open. This is the Japan Key G1. And so I'm assuming this is a great replacement for a stock carburetor or for a stock engine powered bike. It looks like it comes with a 33 Pilot, and I guess I'm going to have to pull that main out and see what's in there. It said 82, I believe, and I think that's going to be, I think 82 would be just right for around Atlanta on a stock 49cc, or pretty darn close to just right, maybe an 85. But I'm going to start with a 90. I'll open up the bigger one, the Glixial Power Sports one, which is the 20mm, and I'll try that one and see if I can get any better results. There it is. Oh, I got gypped. 78. Came with a 78. So even 33 Pilot, 78. That one, so even out of the box, unless you're at sea level, this one might be good if you're at sea level for a stock scooter. For Atlanta, even, you probably need more right away. So I got my universal parts kit. I'll put the link in the description for this as well. You can get a 10-pack like I got, just one of each one if you've got one scooter, or if you've got a lot of scooters, or you modify these a lot, or your shop, you can get a 10 of each number, and I'll put that description in there as well. So I grabbed my 90, and I think I'm going to try, I think somewhere between 90 and 100 will be just right. So I'm going to try 90 first, and we'll get a 90 in there, button it back up, and take it for a ride. Alright, so I got mine out, and here's the new one. I've already, this hose is quite different than the one that comes on it. It's got this drain connector at the end and the nice spring over it, so I reused that, swapped this over to the new carb. As you can see on this bike, the electric choke is all tied in with this loom right here, so I just undid it, and I'm going to undo this one, and you know, it was just easier to do it that way for install because this shock is right above it. So I was either going to unbolt the shock, you know, and drop this down so I could get to it, or just I'll take the two Phillips screws out and swap them real quick. That's what I did. I did use the intake manifold because this was not the right angle. Same thing. It was gonna, my screw was a little too short. I needed a shorter screwdriver. Didn't have one, and it was hitting this, so I just pulled the whole intake manifold. This will probably be the last time I do it this way though, because there's an O-ring right here, and I don't want that to go bad from on and off, on and off, on and off. So from here on out, I will be doing it with just the screw on either end. This side, which is adjustable, and then I guess this side, which is not adjustable. It's on the hose, on the intake manifold right there. So, alright, now I just gotta get this car back in with a 90 jet, and let's see how it runs. Alright, I got it back together. Here was the original. Obviously, you look at the bottom, the original one, these come on right here. You could drill out these and put a bolt in there, and then I'm fairly sure it's going to be about the exact same one I currently have. I need to drill this out and see what the factory jet was. The other one was a 78. I just put a 90 in there, and this is the replacement 19mm. So this is stock size, and I have the 20mm over there, but I still have all the stock air box and stock air in terms of intake and stuff. So I figured I'd try the stock carburetor first. I'm gonna run a 90, and unless I have problems, I probably won't change it until my aftermarket little filter in the front comes, because that's going to change up the air significantly, and I'll need to upjet for sure on that. So probably wait till then. But let's put all my stuff away, and I saved a couple things, and let's get this to the gas station, and then see what she'll do. So you saw what this carburetor could do, and for lack of time, I'm not gonna try rejetting this one. I'm going to go straight to the 20 millimeter, and when I do that, I'm going to delete the factory air box. I'm gonna go to a cone filter. I have one coming in the mail for right now. This one will just have a EGR port on it, but this should flow a significant amount of air. So what I'm going to do, I probably need to upjet the pilot too, because I think I'm going to use 100. I'm going to try 100 first. On the other, this one right here is a 90, and it's just a hair rich, but it's got a pretty excessive bit of what's it called? Pretty restrictive air filter. The stock one, nothing's changed on it. It's all stock. So I'm going to try this one and use 100 jet in the 20 millimeter. And when I say 20 millimeter, everyone keep in mind it is not the air filter opening that's changing. Okay. So when I say 20 millimeter, it is this side right here that's actually bigger. The side that goes into the intake manifold is the side that actually gets bigger. The air filter side's the same. So let's get this open with 100 jet. This is the Glixio Power Sports. Looks like before, link will be in the description. And this is the 20 millimeter. I'm going to start with 100 and see how she runs. And if I have to down jet, I have to down jet. But I don't think I will. I think especially because I'm planning to put some nitrous on this, one of those little Six Sigma kits. Kind of needs some extra fuel in there anyway for when that hits. So I think this might be just right. So this carburetor with 100, I'm going to go next. Okay, so we got the Glixio one open, the 20 millimeter. It actually has nothing written on it at all. I don't see anything on the pilot or the main. In this one over here, that was a 33 pilot, and I put a 90 in main. It came with a 78. This one I don't see any markings at all, so I'm gonna pull off this main and see if I can see anything on there. But it looks like it doesn't look like there's anything there. Oh, I've got it on. I'm actually tearing up the threads on this throttle cable every time I take this off, because it's kind of a struggle to get it back into the position to get it nice and tight. But the only downside with this setup compared to what I had is that now the carb's a little bit more looser, so having this on tight is pretty important. What I ended up taking this hose that I'm planning just to cap off. I just stuck it in the end, and we'll see how long it stays. I think it has to be. I think just riding around it's going to be just fine. But eventually, once I get my other one that has no hole on the end, I'll just cap it right there. And because of this thing, though, you do have to reroute your throttle cable just a hair. The throttle cable has to come from the down right here, while on here, instead of going just straight this way, which is what it did initially. So this is 100 with the air filter now, and it's all hooked back up. And let's see if she starts. I got it running. I gotta replace that bulb for sure. I gotta get some LED lights up in there. The circle thing's pretty cool, the projector, but I need to find some more white light. So there it is. It shakes a little bit much. I don't like that. This will have to be tight for sure. But otherwise everything should be just fine. Hopefully the throttle cable on the starter is not a problem. But I have everything hooked up. It's idling nice. Right about 15. I'm gonna keep it right there. And then the mixture, I haven't touched the mixture screw, so we'll run it and pull the plug and see how it's doing. This is a fuel filter off of the P Sports XP87 dirt bike. So hopefully this runs. Like I said, my goal is to get to about 50 miles an hour on flat ground. My last test I was doing upper 30s, 43 max when I went downhill. but I want to do close to 50. And so this will help, hopefully. More fuel, bigger carb, more air. And the last thing after this video, stay tuned, I'm going to take the head off and send it to get ported. And then I'll readjust fuel and air for that. But otherwise, other than porting the head, I'm going to adjust the rockers. Well, I'll do some CVT stuff if needed. I don't know if that'll be needed, but we'll see. Right now, it runs fine. I need to change the oil. But let's take it for a ride real quick and see how it does. Video is sponsored by bras250.com. You want a bike? Hop on there, get one.